What's going on, guys? Welcome to another session of the Thoughts Out Loud experiment. It is February 6th, and this is session 34 of TOL. It's Monday, like 5 o'clock, 5 in the morning, 5:11, right on schedule with the morning routine. Things have been changed a little bit. I'll get into that briefly. I just want to talk about the weekend real quick. The weekend was supposed to be like dedicated to editing, and for the most part, it was. Like for the most part, I did a lot of editing and a lot of I learned, but a lot of learning. So let me back up. The plan was to go in, edit a bunch of videos, and then get them ready to go up on YouTube. Edit as much as I can, and I spend a lot of time doing that. But I normally edit in iMovie, and excuse me, I normally do all that in my Mac. But I got a copy of Adobe Premiere, so I did a lot of learning how to edit in Adobe Premiere this weekend, which means I didn't get much footage edited. But I got a new video for All Things Will coming out. It's probably later on tonight. And then I also have a new video for Soul Weaver where Little Will and I make do-it-yourself candy. And that should be coming out tonight as well. Both of those are done. I just got to go in and do the final touches and write the description and throw it up online. So that sounds good. Man, I got like a strange radiating pain going on in my back. Like it's like every time I inhale real deep, the muscles, like, I think I slept wrong. It's really messing me up. And I gotta go hit, like I'm hitting the gym this morning. So goodness, that's great timing. Um, Other than that, I actually had a really interesting meeting with an associate of mine, somebody I met through uh, a meetup group. It's a foodies group, Korean foodies meetup group called Hanshik, which means like classic style Korean food, I guess. And well, we haven't seen each other in a long time, but we've been exchanging back and forth on Facebook. We see what each other have going on, and he reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, do you want to do a collab in preparation of the Olympics coming next year? The Winter Olympics will be here in Korea next year." And since my one of my New Year's resolutions was to collaborate more, like was to reach out to other people more, and just say yes on working with other people more. So this was like this guy actually does. So I was naturally inclined to say yes in the first place, just because I said I would collaborate more. But this dude in the first place, this dude actually does some charity work. He does a lot of feeding the homeless, and in fact, I think he feeds the homeless almost every weekend or every other weekend, and just takes 2 hours. He spends a lot of his time doing a lot of charity work. I think teaching English in like orphanages and things like that. If you can't tell, I'm sorry. I'm still waking up. Uh, but since I know what he does already, I was just in the moment he said, "Hey, you want to collab on something?" And that combined with my New Year's resolution to do, to kind of get out there more, just made it a no brainer. I was just like, "Oh yeah, absolutely!" Like just I ain't even asking what it is. Like let's just like I'm down, man. Let's meet. Let's talk it through, and let's see what you got for us. So we got together. We're gonna do something. He has a lot of ideas. He just is completely unaware of the technical side of it, which is great. I think that works out very very well because since I've been doing stuff for a while, not just for the last year or so, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm very, 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 very comfortable with the technical side of it. You know, the hosting, setting up hosting, and the getting social media accounts and things like that. And I think if I had like a partner, and Uni's my partner with Soul Weaver, but if I had a partner who was as vested, who like with Uni, it's at the back of her mind. At some point in time, it'll occur to her like, oh, get a picture for Soul Weaver. But if I had somebody else with whom I was working that is as invested in me, and like it's at the forefront of their mind, or it's something that will occur to them. It'll be one of the first things that occur to them when they see something that they want to share with people. Excuse me. Oh man. Then it's just twice the content, or quite twice the idea, twice the effort being put towards something that you want to share. What he wants to do is just create a comprehensive guide on the lesser popular parts of Korea. So I'm down. I'm like, oh, well, cool. We'll figure out. We're gonna meet the next weekend, and kind of, we got the cloud forming up there. We're gonna try to condense it into something a little more solid. So that's something I'm looking forward to. I haven't worked with anyone on a big project. I've collaborated a couple of times, but nothing's been. There's been no big project, no big, you know, content piece pushed out there to anyone. Uh, Not that I've been involved in, so I can't wait to put something together. Um, yeah, awkward pause. The thought. This is like. I guess I should go into what I'm thinking about since it's thoughts out loud. I've gotten a little closer to a friend of mine at work, a coworker, or not really a coworker. We're in different sections, but we both work at the same hospital. And he's active duty military, but he's heard me say over and over again how much I want to get back in the gym and how I'm getting out of shape, and this is the roundest I've ever been. And he was like, we also live in the same apartment complex. There's a gym in our apartment complex, and we just got to find time to get down there. And we said, let's do it, man. Last week we were like, let's just Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, let's just go in the morning. And I said, yeah, I'm down. He actually wanted to go in the afternoon, I think, but I like doing the gym first thing in the morning. It makes the day, it gets me more motivated during the day. It gives me more energy. It gives me like I'm mentally focused. Like it's not like now where I'm just groggy, getting waking up and still have cobwebs in my head. Like I love going to the gym in the AM. Plus, by the end of the day or by the end of work, you feel awesome because you are going home. Well, for me, I'm going home and I'm guilt free, relaxing when I get home because I've already done everything I've done with gym and work and everything in between that I wanted to do. And so now, instead of it being guilt free relaxing, it's going to be guilt free sit down, put my feet up, and do my creative writing session because obviously I can't do much of anything in the morning. That was the case already. Welcome back, refrigerator. I'm not going to stop that, but I'm going to get up and wipe my nose so I don't see the snot. Ah, good old edit-free thoughts out loud. So sorry, I'm a little leaky this morning. So yeah, So we get to hit the gym this morning and take it a little light. I'm not gonna be sore because I ain't been in the gym in ages. I have not worked out in a long time. Like, it's probably 8 months. I hope it's not that long, but I'm gonna be hurting no matter what when we go in here. Um, Other than that, that's the only change I got going on this week. So things should be back to normal versus what was going on last week. Last week was it was awesome and tough at the same time because, yeah, I don't even think it was tough, man. I should back up there. No, it was, I just had to be flexible last week. I had to be very flexible last week, and that's not something that's it's not something that's bad. It's not something that I think that I even mentioned that it came out or it turned out to be that I was able to get an idea of something new that I want to do for Soul Weaver like this because I had to drive out and do the podcast episode in my car with my laptop and my blue snowball, and it turned out great. There's a little actually I shared that episode in a group, and I think the topic was good because a lot of people listened to it. A lot of people comment, more people than normal commented on it and made or not commented on it, but they liked the video, and I guess they liked the podcast episode. They went and checked it out. It caught a few people's attention, so I need to definitely do something. The topic I think was probably the better part because it's about making friends in Korea, and I see so many people talk about making friends in Korea. So what I need to do is I need to go back and reshare that episode and in different channels and different places and for the rest of the month really because you got to reshare to get the word out there. But it was about the difficulty level of making friends in Korea, and what kind of is it. Basically, the question is it easy to make friends in Korea? So I think that was a pretty good topic. And what I like the theme this month is relationships for Soul Weaver. So I'm gonna eventually get into dating and family and in-laws and things like that. But I wanted to start off slow. I cut myself on my arm. That's why I'm doing this. Keep doing this. So I wanted to start off with kind of basic relationships and then end up with, some really good, really deep or really complicated stuff with complicated relationships, I guess. So I'm going to share that like throughout the whole month or throughout this whole themed month of relationships, just keep sharing it in different locations. And hopefully it gets a little bit more traction. I haven't checked how many downloads it has on Libsyn. I should check that out. So, I think that I inadvertently said what I have going on today. I got creative writing to knock out when I get home because I won't have time to do it this morning after the gym and shower and straight to work. I'll be finishing up my 10 market posts because the blog post, the initial blog post from last month didn't make it onto the blog. So that's got to happen. And then I got to get started writing for the next couple of episodes, next couple of podcast episodes, which will be on dating and marriage probably. So I don't know. I'll figure that out in the creative writing process. But when I write for when I write for my podcast episodes, I just write an outline and get that straight of the topics that I want to cover before I get off the podcast. Like the things I want to definitely be mentioned in the episode, because my podcast episodes are only 15 to 20 minutes long. Sometimes they run a little longer if I'm doing something like all inclusive, like the President Park scandal, because you couldn't cover that in 15 minutes. There was too much going on. My live episodes are tend to be a little bit longer too, just because half of it is me kind of getting together and slowly, I don't know, half of it is me rambling. Like I can't cut anything out on my live episodes. There's no edits. So I usually record for about 30 minutes, 15 minutes of that, or 10 to 15 minutes of that usually gets cut out because it's just me rambling or going off topic, straying off cue, way off cue. Like tangents, man, just off in the woods. And like, why am I talking about that? As Thoughts Out Loud is, you see me doing the Thoughts Out Loud all the time. I just have a stricter cut time when I do Thoughts Out Loud because it's first thing in the morning and I gotta get out and do stuff like the gym. So that's what I got going on today. That's what happened this weekend. It's Monday, Motivational Monday. I don't have anything really for Motivational Monday. Here's something that I think of all the time, and since I've been, this is something that I think of all the time since I've decided to do something on my own, and it's this quote that says, build your dream, or someone else will hire you to build theirs." And I mean that resonates with me so much. Which, it's kind of funny. I don't have a problem working for someone else if their dream is aligned with mine. So if somebody else was doing something that was closely aligned with what I want to do, or that I found that was fun, and we could do it together, I would get with somebody and work for somebody else, because if they were doing something that I agreed with, or that I was invested in, that again was aligned with what I want to do. I wouldn't mind working for somebody else, but I definitely want, like, I don't know. I think getting out there and getting in this mindset is what will get you in touch with somebody that works and does something along the same lines that you want to do, and you can kind of get along with them and work with them to do something. I wouldn't mind helping somebody else build their dream, so long as our dreams were closely related. But I don't know if I don't know if I have anyone, or if I've encountered anyone whose dreams are closely, or whose you know uh, goals are closely related to mine. Like, as far as what they want to build. I mean, my best friend Anthony, like, he's got things that he wants to build, but he's definitely in a different direction. Like, he wants to entertain. I don't want to entertain anyone. I want to, I don't know, I want to inform, or I want to, I don't know, even entertain in a different venue, right? Like, I don't want to, I don't know, I want a group of people interacting. I want us all kind of jumping in there, and I'll take the lead of that group. But I don't want to I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be like the center of attention, all eyes on me, everybody shut up and listen. That's not my real, that's not really my, see, it is not my comfort level. I want to, I'm too curious about what other people have in their minds. So I think that's where we differ in what we want to do. Um, and he's the closest person I can think of to me, as far as like, I don't know, like the mindset, I guess. I don't know, the way we want to do things. I don't know, Ant, you jump in, you comment, and let me know what you think. But I definitely want, like, I want a community, and I want to take the lead on that community and guide the community in a direction I want it to go in. But I definitely I want more feedback. If you notice, in Soul Weaver, I'm always like, pulling for feedback, getting this. I want that two-way conversation going, because then I know, what the community wants to do, what direction the community wants to move in, and I can kind of slowly guide it toward that direction, and yeah, and do things on my end that put the community in that direction, or in that mode. Yeah, that's all I got, man. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm rambling like no tomorrow now, because I'm kind of threatened. I'm dreading going to the gym. I haven't been in a long time, and I'm feeling a little sick. Perfect timing. So that's it. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thoughts Out Loud is part of my morning routine. It's every day. Although we have toyed with the idea, or I have toyed with the idea of moving Thoughts Out Loud to the end of the day to make it part of my nightly routine. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments, because I might switch it out with something else in the morning for Soul Weaver. It depends. I haven't really brainstormed about it. You guys let me know what you think. I'm gonna get out of here. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. And there we go. I can't find a thing because it's too small.